Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn histology, today mucous membranes, and after we've done it we're going to do standing yoga, and if you participate in the standing yoga then it's better to get on with it. Mucous membranes. A mucous membrane or mucosa lines the body cavity that opens directly to the exterior. The mouth. What is it? Let's read on. Mucous membranes line the entire digestive, respiratory and reproductive systems and much of the urinary system. Okay, all these mentioned things, there is this mucous membrane. They consist of both a lining layer of epithelium and an underlying layer of connective tissue. Okay, we have a lining. I have to look at word on there. Lining layer of epithelium. Okay, there's first the epithelium and then the connective tissue. And this makes then the mucous membrane. And this mucous membrane is at the surface, I think, lines the body cavity of diverse things which are more or less opening to the outside, like the respiratory system. The epithelial layer of a mucous membrane is an important feature of the body's defense mechanism because it is a barrier that microbes and other pathogens have difficulty penetrating. Okay. Now we say all cavities open to the outside, the respiratory system, and there can bacteria, microbes or pathogens come in, but they have a hard time to come through it, and that makes the mucous membrane an important part of resistance, whatever, against attacks of microbes and pathogens. Usually, tight junctions connect the cells, so materials cannot leak in between them. Okay, whatever there are these cells and they're having junctions and they're connected through junctions, whatever they are very small, so that the bacteria or the microbes can't go in. Goblet cells and other cells of the epithelial layer of a mucous membrane secrete mucus, and this slippery fluid prevents the cavities from drying out. So these goblet cells are making mucus. We have mentioned it one time. And there are also other cells in the epithelial layer. There's the epithelium and the underlying of a connective tissue. And now somewhere is the epithelial layer, and that whole thing is a mucous membrane. And they are secreting now this mucus, and this slippery fluid prevents the cavities from drying out, so they should not dry out. It also traps particles in the respiratory passageways and lubricates food as it moves through the gastrointestinal tract. In addition, the epithelial layer secretes some of the enzymes needed for digestion and is the site of food and fluid absorption in the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, it's also, the epithelial layer has a part now in the digestion through the enzymes released through the epithelial layer, which is lying at the mucous membrane, or the mucous membrane is a part of it. No, it is part of the mucous membrane. The epithelia of mucous membranes vary greatly in different parts of the body. For example, the epithelium of a mucous membrane of a small intestine is simple columnar, whereas the epithelium of a large airways to the lungs is pseudostratified ciliated columnar. So the ones are columnar, and the other ones are pseudostratified. So stratus, that would be like a stratovolcano in layers. But a pseudostratus, so it's not actually. And there are these ciliary here, whatever. This mucous membrane doesn't look everywhere the same in all the organs of the body. The connective tissue layer of a mucous membrane is areolar connective tissue, and is called the lamina propria. Okay, the mucous membrane has this epithelium. And then under it a connective tissue which has the name lamina propria. The lamina propria is so named because it belongs to the mucous membrane. Propria equals one's own. Whatever. The lamina propria supports the epithelium, binds it to the underlying structures, and allows some flexibility of the membrane. Okay, that makes sense. It is the lamina. The epithelium is on the top, that is the mucous membrane or part of it, and the lamina propria, of course, holds it to the ground. to the underlying structures. And also, does it allow a bit flexibility, the lamina propria of a membrane, of the whole mucous membrane. The whole mucous membrane are the epithelium, and then the lamina propria. It also holds blood vessels in place and protects underlying muscles from abrasion or puncture. If there are going blood vessels through the mucous membrane or through the underlying tissues, and there is with this lamina propria and the epithelium of the mucous membrane, of course gives it stability to our blood vessels. I think that's all I want to say. Oxygen and nutrients diffuse from the lamina propria to the epithelium, covering it, whereas carbon dioxide and wastes diffuse in the opposite direction. Oxygen and nutrients diffuse, I don't know what the word diffuse means. From the lamina propria to the epithelium, so that it goes out, oxygen goes out. Well, okay, no, from the lamina to, maybe it comes from the blood, so it's diffused. I don't know about diffuse, I don't know if it's, covering it, there is carbon dioxide and wastes diffuse in the opposite direction. Whenever on one side the carbon dioxide goes out, and the other one the oxygen goes in. Okay, that was mucous membrane. That means, in short, mucous membrane is in a lot of cavities, like the mouth and respiratory system, but also the gastrointestinal tract. And it is on the outside. First it has the epithelium, and then it has the lamina propria. And there are these whatever secretions brought out. And it is a barrier against infections because it has had very tight junctions, so bacteria can go in. And it has also then, with its facilial movement in the lungs, it moves also the mucus out in the lungs. And it helps the organs also enzymes for digestion. Was anything else? It holds blood vessels in place, protects underlying muscles. And then on one side oxygen goes in and the other one carbon dioxide out. That means we have done the histology part. If you were here for histology, you can go directly to the next part of histology. We will do now the standing yoga. If you stay and participate in the standing yoga, please look at the arms. We have your feet standing together and you're breathing in and out of the eagle space. And breathe out your arms down. Again, in the other side. And out your arms down. Again in. And out. Okay. Next exercise, the police officer, you can lift the arms up. And out, open the arms to the side. Lifting the arms up. Out, open to the other side. Lifting to the middle. Make an inch of space between the feet. And out to that side again. Again. And out and sink half down. Leave it up. Out, open to the other side. Out of the arms down onto the knees. We're doing standing cat and cow. Breathe in. And out, make a head of the back of the cat. Again in it a bit. Out and on, back. Cow. Back. Again in. Out. The cat. Again in. And out and coming slightly around, back up and making it to the backward shoulder. Lift the arms again up. And out, open to the side. Breathing it up. And out, sink down into a chair. Arms on the sides. Breathing, come halfway up. Higher up. And breathe out and come up. Breathe again in, reach up. Out, open the arms to the side. Breathe in the arms up. Out the arms down over the sides, down to the chair. Breathing, come halfway up. Now breathe in, reach high. And out, lean back, drop your shoulder blades together for crab in the morning. Breathe in the arms up. And out, leaning in back, drop your shoulder blades together. And in and up. Hands together and breathe out, lean back. In and up. Out, lean back. Out, lean to the side with fan wind. Breathe in. Out to the other side. Intertwine your fingers and reach high with screw. Breathe out, reach in front with drill out of the back. In and up. Now cross the other way around. Breathe in, reach high. And out, reach in front out of the back. Again, in and up. Now we're doing the down diving dolphin. The arms over the sides down and we're coming down. And now we're doing marmot. Breathe in and bend the right leg. And breathe out and stretch the left leg. Breathe in and change. Now then stretch the right leg. In and change. Out and stretch the left leg. In and change. Out and stretch the left leg. In. And out, both legs straight. The penguin. Breathe in, lift your right hand up to the sky. Breathe out, bend the left knee and look out the right shoulder to the right. Again in, the arm down. And out and down. Now breathe in, lift the left hand up to the sky. Breathe out, bend the right knee and look out the left shoulder to the left hand. Again in, the hand down. And out and down. Now we're doing the pelican, make a hand with space between the feet. Shift the weight to the heels, breathe in and count out. And out and down. Again, hands down. And out and down. Now we're doing the tree with this counterweight, take hold on the elbows and gently swing from side to side. Both hands again down, close feet. Breathe in, come halfway up with straight back, monkey half lift. Breathe out and down. Breathe in halfway up, monkey half lift. Out and down. And breathe in, up, diving swan. Arms up and again down. Now we're doing a fly. Bring the palms to touch, the elbows together, torn up, and lift the arms up as far as it goes with moderate effort. And again down. And another time. And again down. And next exercise. Pressure-based nail machine. Fingers together, or hands together. Breathe in. And out. Reach in front, push in front, and bring your head towards the top. Again, in and up. And out. Reach in front, push in front, shoulders in front, head down. Breathe out. In and up. Out and down. Now we stretch our Venus, leg shoulders wide apart, touch behind the fingers behind the back, bring the hands over to one side, torn up, shoulders back, breathe in. And out, bring the head over to the side with the fingers over the hands, and bring the chin down to the ground. Breathe again. And out, pull the arm and the shoulder down. And lift the gaze, turn the head over to the other side, bring the hands over to the other side. Breathe in. And out, chin down to the clavicle, pull the arm and the shoulder down. Lift the gaze and bring it back into the middle. Now we're doing sky hugger. Breathe and lift the arms up. Breathe out, lean back, long arms. In and up. Out and back. In and up. Out and back. In and up. And down. And we're doing eagle swings, breathe in with the arms up. Breathe out the arms down. Breathe in the arms up. the last time. Now the cactus collecting its stings in the evening. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Bring the hands to touch and lower the hands down to heart center. That was the standing yoga. Thank you very much, and till next time.